What's up, Star Wars fans? The Bad Batch Season 2 is off to a great start. We got a fun, action-packed episode 1 and 2 that also had lots of those Star Wars ideas and themes that we've come to love in our Star Wars animation. Now, episode 1 gets started as I predicted in my preview video, with the Bad Batch completing a mission and heading back to Sid. The majority of this footage had actually been seen in the trailer, and Sid reveals to the Bad Batch that they have a chance at a major payout if they're willing to encounter the Empire once more and go to Count Dooku's homeworld, Serenno, because there they will find a massive war chest left behind by Count Dooku that is currently being collected by the Empire. And I gotta say, I just love the premise of this episode, going to Serenno and seeing the aftermath of the Clone Wars. But that all said, quickly after the Bad Batch make their landing on Serenno, they're in a heap of trouble. Tech, Omega, and Echo are all trapped in a launching ship, and Wrecker and Hunter aren't faring much better as they're tracked down by the local patrols. And I just love the suspense in this first episode. I mean, many of these episodes can be quite predictable, but at this point it was certainly very difficult to see exactly how they were going to get out of this mess. And really, episode 1 ends at the height of the suspense, where we have Echo, Tech, and Omega plummeting to the planet Serenno in a shipping container. And even when it comes to Wrecker and Hunter and their attempt to escape from the Imperial clones, they seem to be falling to their death as well. But of course, Wrecker and Hunter turn out to be just fine, and they make their way into the capital city of Serenno, which, interesting enough, has been bombarded by the Empire. And similarly, Echo, Tech, and Omega survive their crash landing in their shipping container, although in that crash landing, Tech does end up with a broken leg. The clones pursuing Hunter and Wrecker into the capital city of Serenno quickly and efficiently have a perimeter set up around the city, and their escape seems pretty unlikely until they're able to use a large cannon from a separatist tank, at which time Wrecker does what he does best, blasting a path through the clones and out of the city back to their ship. On the other hand, Echo, Tech, and Omega are able to escape the Imperial patrols by taking cover with a local. And even though it seems like they're safe and sound, unfortunately Omega gets them into more trouble as she heads back to the shipping container to try and get some of Dooku's riches. In the end, Tech really comes through with his broken leg, with a little bit of help of the local man that they've made friends with. But most importantly, in the end, we find out that Omega had gone back to the shipping container to try and get some of Dooku's riches because she feels like Clone Force 99 sacrificed a lot in taking her on, and that they could be living a much different life if it wasn't for her. But during her heart-to-heart with Echo at the end of the episode, I love how Echo basically states that Omega saved them, that they might still be working for the Empire or worse if it wasn't for her. This connects so well with that recurring theme in Star Wars that family is something that will support and save you in those dark times. She may very well have saved them from a darker fate. And talking about darker fates, unfortunately Captain Wilco definitely met a dark fate at the end of this episode, as we see Vice Admiral Rampart willing to kill Captain Wilco in order to prevent Tarkin from understanding that Clone Force 99 did survive the attack on Kamino. I love how that scene reveals to us that Captain Wilco is just a good soldier following orders, and is quite an honorable clone captain who isn't willing to change his report. And this scene just complements so well the scene between Echo and Omega, because it shows us that Clone Force 99 might have had a similar fate to Captain Wilco if it wasn't for Omega. But hey, Star Wars fans, that's how I seen Bad Batch Season 2, Episode 1 and 2. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. As always, I'm Mike, and remember, the Force will be with you always.